A very good day to you. I hope you had yourself an amazing week. It's a beautiful Thursday. It's been a really long week. I don't know. It looks like it was a week with 9 days. I don't know. So I hope you had yourself an amazing week, an amazing Thursday as the week is coming to an end. It is the 12th of September 2024, 19:02 East African time. And this is the Black Hot Fire Network, the media of the 21st century. And of course, I'm here to tell you about each and everything that was making headlines in Africa today, all over the place. I'll be taking you to Kenya, to the US, to Senegal, just looking at what was happening where to keep you on the know. So we're going to be looking at different news from different places, and we're going to start with Kenya, where it's still a developing story that we've been following since yesterday on the Adani holding, which is offering 242 billion and a 30-year plan for Kenya's main airport, JKIA.
Hi. Now, an Indian infrastructure company is in the headlines for its investment offer to the Kenyan government towards the expansion of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, JKIA, in Nairobi. Now, Adani Airport Holdings Limited seeks a $1.85 billion investment to upgrade Kenya's main airport, which is also the busiest in East Africa. Now, the proposed payment to upgrade Kenya's main airport, which is also the busiest in East Africa. Now, the proposed public-private partnership comprises the improvement of JKIA passenger terminal, the building of a new one, construction of a second runway, as well as improvements to the taxiway and apron.
So this is what Kenya is going to gain from the deal. It's going to get an improvement of JKIA's passenger terminal. I want us to look at both of them and weigh so that we can see how we are being taken for a ride. It's a developing story. I know I talked about it yesterday, but the reason I'm still talking about it today is because there's been developments on the story. So Kenya is going to get an improvement of JKIA's passenger terminal. There's going to be a building of a new passenger terminal. There's going to be construction of a second runway, and there's going to be improvements to the taxiway and the apron.
New one, construction of a second runway, as well as improvements to the taxiway and apron. So here's a quick look at Adani Airport Holdings. First, the Indian company is a subsidiary of Adani Enterprises, which is owned by the Adani Group, one of the largest conglomerates in India. Adani Group was founded by the Indian billionaire Gautam Adani in 1988, and it has 10 companies in its fold. Its investments span mining, ports, training, electricity, and gas. Adani Airport Holdings itself was established in 2019, and it says its aim is transforming airports into world-class travel ecosystems. Within just 5 years of its inception, the company now manages 7 top airports in India. The company says it manages at least 25% of the number of people arriving and departing in India and about 33% of the national air traffic cargo. But Adani Group has also been at the center of controversy in recent years. In 2023, for instance, the conglomerate was accused of fraud and market manipulation by an American research firm, which saw it drop from being India's most valued conglomerate. It was valued at $206 billion, but that figure went down by $104 billion. Now, Adani Group's valuation has since gone up back to over $200 billion. In May last year, India's market regulator, the SEBI, dropped its probe into the Adani Group. The watchdog said investigating the alleged illegal overseas investment in the conglomerate was a hard task. The Adani Group has also been accused of political corruption, tax evasion, environmental damage, and suing of journalists. Additionally, Mr. Adani's close relationship with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also led to accusations of cronyism. Now, this is because his firms have won many energy and infrastructure projects ever since Modi became India's Prime Minister in 2014. Now, Citizen Digital has obtained the documents showing that Adani seeks a build, operate, and transfer agreement, also known as a BOT agreement, with the Kenyan government. This will see it run JKIA for 30 years while it recoups the investment at a rate they agree on. During these 30 years, the Indian firm wants to determine and collect charges for non-aeronautical and other commercial activities as JKIA without restrictions from the Kenyan government.
This is so, there's some words in the clauses that you have to be very careful on, because it's in the clauses that they know. It's because they know. Somebody said that if you want to hide something from black people, I know it was offensive, but somebody said if you want to hide something from black people, hide it inside a book. They are not going to find it because they don't like reading. They are not going to open the books. So that was offensive, but somebody said that. So even in the clauses, they know that if they insert certain terms, nobody is going to look at the contract really, but some of those terms are very binding to the whole contract. For example, in the Adani Kenya the Adani JKIA deal, there are some specific terms that I came across that you might look over, but are very, very important clauses in the contract that is about to be signed. An example being, there was the agreement that in case there is any disruption on the airport by, let's say, protests, demos, or any other type of interference, the government is supposed to pay Adani the estimated profits that you're supposed to make on that day. So they're going to be profit estimates, and if any disruption occurs, the government pays Adani for the disruption. It pays the estimated profit that was to be made that day. The other clause reads, the proponent will be free to determine and collect charges for non-aeronautical and other commercial activities without any restrictions. The keyword here is without any restriction. And the other keyword here is for any aeronautical or any other commercial activities. So that means the company that is going to take over JKIA will have the control, the full control and power to run an aeronautical or any other commercial activity without any restriction. Any other commercial activity without any restriction. That is the agreement. And remember, JKIA is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, airport in East and Central Africa. It's the outlet to East Africa. It's the outlet to East Africa. I know some Tanzanian products passed by Kenyans, they're getting exported, such as honey. I know Tanzanian honey passes through JKIA. I know many other products, Ugandan eggs, Ugandan milk. So it's an inlet and an outlet for East Africa, for this part of Africa, East and Central. And we're about to give it to somebody who we are going to assign full control over aeronautical or any other commercial activity without any restrictions.
Other commercial activities as JKIA without restrictions from the Kenyan government. This is until it hands the airport back to the state. Adani further seeks special friendlier tax policies and exemptions from corporate tax for quote-unquote certain years. So what has the Kenyan government said about Adani's offer? Well, the Kenya Airports Authority, KAA, says the deal requires significant capital investment, which the government cannot afford currently due to financial constraints. It should also be noted that the proposed deal has sparked heavy criticism from civil society groups and Kenyan legislators who argue that such a deal is essentially selling JKIA. However, KAA holds that the process will go through rigorous reviews to ensure it complies with the Kenyan law. Now, for more on this and other stories, check out the Citizen Digital website or download the Citizen Digital app.
That was what was causing the workers to go on strike. The development is that the workers are no longer on strike, so they had a meeting with the government, they discussed a few things, and they called off the strike. This is because it looks like the government might backtrack on the deal or move forward with it. It's not yet clear what they want to do, but the strike was called off. The flights have resumed at JKIA as workers called off the protest that had grounded flights for the whole of yesterday. So the Kenya Airport Workers Union has called off a strike that grounded flights after a day-long talks between the union and leaders from the government. The workers were, of course, protesting the BOA, the Build and Operate Agreement between the Kenyan government and India's Adani Group that would see the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport modernized and have an additional runway and terminal constructed in exchange for the group running the airport for 30 years, fully running the airport for 30 years. The union wrote on Twitter that a return to work agreement had been signed, and the union secretary general, Mos Ndiema, said that the workers would now have to go back to work and let the union be discussed in the talks moving forward. He, however, said that they have not accepted Adani. Transport Minister Davis Chirchir told journalists that the government would protect the interests of Kenyan citizens during the quest to upgrade and modernize the main airport. So yesterday, hundreds of workers demonstrated and many planes remained grounded, with others which were set to land in Nairobi not being able to land at JKIA. That of course caused a lot of flight delays, flight cancellation, a lot of money was lost, and so the government had to act, because local flights, especially those coming from Mombasa and Kisumu, were cancelled, most of them. And of course, you know what happens with strikes in Kenya. So at some point, in some videos, we're going to see police harassing the JKIA workers who are just protesting for their rights, because it looks like if Adani comes in, it might fire so many of them, and of course, that's your source of bread, so you have to protect it, even if it means going out in the streets to strike. The good thing is the High Court on Monday halted temporarily, let me add the word temporarily once again, halted the implementation of the deal until a case filed by the LSK. The LSK filed a case against the Adani takeover, so they're going to wait for the LSK and the Kenya Human Rights Commission case to be heard. Then after the two cases have been heard, that's when the takeover can proceed. But at the moment, the High Court has temporarily halted the Adani takeover. That was Kenya. The workers calling off the strike that they had started. There's a protest for, they were protesting against the takeover, the airport takeover. The airport is about to be taken over. In northeastern Nigeria, 30 people died from severe flooding. Same news every day. People dying all over Africa because of a few people who cannot have their countries prepared for emergencies and disasters like this, which of course they see coming a long way before they even come. So, for example, this one in Nigeria was one very unnecessary one.
In northeastern Nigeria. Severe flooding in northeastern Nigeria has left 30 people dead and affected more than 1 million others, according to authorities on Wednesday. Thousands of homes in Nigeria's Borno State have been submerged and washed away after a major dam collapsed on Wednesday. The governor of Borno State said the floods affected at least 1 million people and further straining the few resources as they scramble to rescue the stranded population. According to State Police spokesperson Nahum Daso, about 15% of Maiduguri, the capital of Borno State, was underwater. These fears come as West Africa has experienced some of its worst flooding in decades. Over 2.3 million people have been affected by flooding so far this year, which is a threefold increase from last year, according to the United Nations. African nations are losing up to 5% of their GDP every year as they bear a heavier burden than the rest of the world from climate change, a new report said Monday, after one of the continent's hottest years on record.
It's not that you don't confuse and think that Nigeria has really heavy rains. It does, but it's not the heaviest. It's not the country with the heaviest rains in the world. And yet, as we've heard, 2.6 million people have been affected by the floods. It's a few weeks ago we had the Kenyan floods, affected another millions of people, killed hundreds. 100 died from the same. We had in Tanzania there was also floods, affected millions of people, killed hundreds. In DRC we also had the same. Floods came, affected many people. So, but don't, you might think that Africa actually has the most messed up weather, looking at, of course, how these things happen, but it is not even close. It has one of the fairest weather conditions. One of the fairest climatic conditions are in Africa, and that is why Africa is so ideal, especially for agriculture. It's so ideal because the rains are always on time. They might be late sometimes, but in most cases the rains are always on time, not too heavy, not too light. We do not have summer and winter. We do not have ice at any one point hitting Africa. So that means it's always the environment, the weather conditions are always conducive for farming, for agriculture, and even for inhabiting. That is why we see tourists all over, and we come to try and enjoy our climate, of course, our and weather, of course, and apart many other things that I don't want to go into. So of course, the fact that the whole of Africa has to be affected by even the slightest of weather difference. I mean, even the rains that we should be able to contain, we can't be able to contain, and they end up killing people. And you wonder, how can we contain rains? You can't contain the rain, but you can contain your response to the rains. You can contain your preparedness for the rains, because Nigeria has a weather department. The weather department in Nigeria had foreseen the rains coming. It had all the time to act, and it could have acted. And if it acted, then it saves lives, because now all those people who died would not have died, because either the government would have evacuated them, it would have found an alternative, or it could have been better prepared for the rains. However, the flooding in northeastern Nigeria has left 30 people dead, while affecting more than 1 million others. The collapse of a major dam in the state of Borno on Tuesday caused some of the state's worst flooding since the same dam collapsed 30 years ago. So the same dam that killed 30 had collapsed 30 years ago, and it had a similar damage 30 years ago. And Nigeria never learns. It's just 2 years since it had its worst flooding, which it's worst flooding in a decade, not its worst flooding in history. But the 2022 floods in Nigeria killed around 600 people. 600 people is a lot of people to die from ignorance from a few people. 600 people is a lot of people. A lot of families getting disrupted, a lot of children growing up without parents, a lot of parents living without children. So all that because of lack of preparedness. So at the moment, about 15% of Maiduguri, which is the capital of Borno State, is underwater. The National Emergency Management Agency in Nigeria, which I don't know what work it does, is reporting that the death toll is at 30. That is by Tuesday. We are on Thursday, so the number has, of course, gone up. So the level of our preparedness towards catastrophes, disasters, and emergencies are very, very wanting. West Africa has been experiencing one of its worst flooding in decades also. Nigeria is in part of West Africa. West Africa is under the ECOWAS bloc, which some good African countries have refused to join. A good number of African countries have refused to join. So I saw a report by the World Bank, which I don't know how true it is, that was saying that African nations lose about 5% of their GDP every year due to conditions, due to catastrophes and disasters like the ones that we saw. And I do agree with that to some extent. I don't know if the numbers are correct, but I know we lose a lot of money, resources, and lives from even the slightest of inconveniences. I mean, the lightest of rains are going to cause the heaviest of floods.
God damn.
Yep. And that
God damn.
What's it, Kid?
That damn lady didn't give my damn extra biscuit. I'm not going back in there. God damn. Gonna give me one biscuit with a no good ass.
Kid is worried about biscuits, and we are worried about Nigeria.
Yeah, because I paid for 2 damn biscuits, god damn it. What? Oh, man. I knew I should check my shit before I left. It was so crowded up in there.
Me and Jibba Jabba are out here trying to fix Nigeria. You worried about biscuits?
Nigeria's gonna stay fucked up.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's okay, Nigeria. You know, they might If they might elect Burna Boy as the president, and they are going to be.
What is he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Sing dumbass songs about partying all the time? What is that gonna do? I know, Jim. I know you laughing, Jim. God damn it! I ordered 2 goddamn biscuits. Wait that motherfucker for half an hour and shit. Fucking Popeyes, goddamn! I said, yeah, give me. I should have known.
How
I
much was
got
the
it. They did like $1 and something. I don't think it's expensive.
Come on, it's only $1.
I own a goddamn dollar. It's more than that. I think like maybe $2. I don't know. It's more than $1. Well,
Let
damn it.
the lady enjoy her biscuits. Please. Your biscuits.
All right, damn. Motherfucker, get my damn extra biscuit. God damn. I hate when I get short days tomorrow. Yeah, I knew it. When I look at that box, I said, damn, she got another biscuit in there? Get out of here. I'm like, you don't want to go in this all crowd. Hey, you forgot my goddamn biscuit and shit after waiting a half an hour. And there was some black woman in front of me. Goddamn, some fat ass black woman taking all day. Was all in a long line. I said, oh man, I got behind the fat black woman. It's about to be fucked up. It's about to be fucked up. So she took about 20 minutes to order. I'm like, damn, bitch, what you doing? You know, it's only chicken up in here. What you doing, God? She had her little goopy ass son with her. I'm like, I know she had me back behind her. I think that's probably why she took long. I'm like, God damn, what we doing in here? What you doing, lady? What we doing? Damn, lady, shit. Like shit. Like goddamn. You shit. You ordered all the chicken before I get up here. What you doing with your big ass? Like shit. Taking all day. You know, had a little skinny son, black skinny son. Your mama ain't sharing that chicken with you, you little nigga. She eating all of it with her fat ass.
Yeah, your mom is a despot, a chicken despot.
Yeah, I'm like, God, how long you taking the order, lady? I'm like, God damn. Shit, what you doing? I had to wait for everybody, but she, you know, we were already waiting in that long ass line, right? So that means she already should have known when she wanted to order, when she got up there tomorrow. She been in the line like me. So you in this long ass line, and she probably gets to the said, ma'am, would I help you, ma'am? I don't know. What? Bitch, we've been waiting 20 minutes while you don't know the fuck you want. So now I gotta wait another 20 minutes with your goofy ass. And then kept asking her son, what do you want? What do you, motherfucker, you would ask his ass that when we stayed there for 20 goddamn minutes waiting in line? But you like some, man, I wanted to smack both these motherfuckers in the back of the head. And I ain't got my goddamn extra biscuit. Shit. Goddamn Popeyes. So I'm like, you know, it's early day here, but it's 11. So, you know, they got goofy niggas work. The chicken ain't even ready. I said, God damn it, it's lunchtime. Why you motherfuckers ain't got no chicken ready? That's why we had to wait, because these goofy niggas didn't have no chicken already ready to go. Like, what you doing? You shouldn't open up tomorrow until you got chicken already to be served. Okay. So now we wait for all this chicken to be cooked.
Chicken despot.
So, like, goddamn. Another goddamn biscuit. Hey, I'm thinking about that, your chicken's all hot, your biscuit's all hot, nothing's all fucked up. That's why I wanted 2 biscuits. That's why I got up and said, damn, this shit all hot right out the oven and out the grease. Shit, give me an extra biscuit with this motherfucker. Shit. You want an extra biscuit? I didn't, but I just see you took them out the oven. They look all golden brown and shit. Fuck Iriton and her good eating and her alkaline. Iriton, you kick rocks, bitch. Fuck you and your healthy eating. I'm giving me 2 biscuits over this bitch, but they only gave me 1. Charged me for 2 damn biscuits. God damn it. And this the goofy ass the more. It's only $1. Goddamn, $1 is $1. I want my shit. That's why that's why Africans go broke. It's only $1. Ain't $1 for me, goddammit. If I give you $1, I want my shit. I want all my shit. Get them goofy Nigerians. They money all fucked. They're already flooded.
Is it lunchtime over there?
I'm in Central Time now, so it's almost like 11. Like almost 11:30 or something. It's 11:27. So they opened the place at 11 o'clock. I'm in the way it's 11. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in and out of this bitch. But when I got there, it was always a line. I was like, God damn. Huh?
What's up with Americans and fast food?
Because it's delicious, Demore. Look this up, Demore. Look this up.
But they don't serve unless
Look this up, Demore. Look this up, Demore. Look this up. Say it. Nobody want that fucking ugali. Look this up, Demore. The images of Popeye's chicken. Popeye chicken. Images of Popeye's chicken.
We added the word cancerous in there. Popeye's cancerous chicken. Yeah.
And bad as that goddamn ugali shit.
Joby cooks something like this.
Is Joby just good as that? Is Joby just good?
No, I've never had a Popeyes really, but Joby's chicken is awesome. You should.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I waited in line. That's why I'm mad at it, goddammit.
I'm sure she can cook something
Hey,
like
get
this.
my
I'm sure she can cook
goddamn.
this and not steal your business.
I don't know if Joby can make butter. Joby can make the chicken, maybe. I don't think Joby knows how to make buttermilk biscuits. All right.
I also don't know. I'll ask her, but I'm sure she does.
Buttermilk biscuits, the more that milk in your mouth. With some strawberry jelly on that shit. God damn. That's better than an orgasm. God damn it.
Joe is saying, I want my dollars worth plus a smile.
That's right. All right.
Hey, Kenyan bushmeat smokies. But we don't.
I'm not
like,
eating.
we like.
I'm not eating none of that stuff. Hey, when I go visit Kenya, and y'all go to the street food restaurants. Hey, Keith, we going to the street food restaurants. I'm not eating none of that shit. Y'all got me fucked up. I don't know what none of that shit is. You got me all the way fucked up. No. Motherfucker feeding your dog meat, rat meat, all kind of shit. Unless I see you kill a cow and then butcher his ass, nah, I'm not eating that shit. Nah. You're not putting.
Huh? In that country that was slaughtering elephants and buffaloes and hippos.
I think that was wasn't that Namibia? You said I'm not eating that shit. Yeah, there was some kind of drought. There's some kind of drought or something.
You walk into a KFC in Namibia and you like give me 2 elephant thighs.
Hey, they got KFC in Namibia. Namibia since they got cracking. Namibia's got all that fast food like America. Namibia, Botswana probably got a bunch of that shit too. And I know Zimbabwe and South Africa. They got all that same shit we got here. They got the McDonald's, KFC.
Botswana are the one that are serving elephants and buffalo.
God damn, I'm not eating that shit. I'm not eating no fucking elephant meat. I might as well be eating a goddamn gorilla.
You walk into Botswana and they ask you, have you tried today's elephant?
God damn. I bet that shit's fatty than a motherfucker, Des Moines. Oh, fatty. Trying to get that shit down your throat. Oh, man.
But the rule is very simple. If there is no ugali, I'm not going into that hotel. Is there ugali? No?
Yeah, go.
Keep your
I got garlic, America. We got Kenyans that moved to America. Got a bunch of Kenyans here. They got that shit. I ain't eating that shit. That's
That's
good.
true African food, kid. Corn is African food.
No, it's not. The white man bought that corn shit there.
That's what they said in history books. So I don't believe that because they can't say it if it was true. They say that corn was brought by the Portuguese.
Yeah, because it came from Mexico.
I don't
Came
believe
from Mexico.
don't believe anything they taught us now.
Corn came from North America, but the Portuguese didn't bring up. Africans already had corn because Africans was always going back and forth across the ocean way before the Portuguese even knew what a fucking boat was. So, did it come from the Portuguese? No, it still came from you going back and forth from America to Africa. It comes from Mesoamerica, that corn shit. But in large numbers, the British probably brought that shit in there. Your ancestors were sitting around saying, "Oh, let me eat this ugali." Like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Corn is good food, kid. Corn is good food.
That's what kind of corn it is. I'm not saying it's bad, but that shit's all starch. I don't like it because I don't like that shit. It don't got no taste to it. Ain't no taste to that shit. That's why you can't say, what is it?
That's where the stew comes in. That's where the stew comes in. You have to eat with some good beef.
It don't got no taste. That's when I first went to Tanzania. I had that ugali. That shit was all salty and shit. Like what? Oh man! That shit was salty.
So it's not supposed to be salty. There's no salt in there. It's supposed to be tasty.
Yeah, it's supposed to be tasty. But first time I ate it in Kenya too. Still, that's what I said. I said it didn't taste like nothing. Exactly. You guys mix all that meat and now put your hands and mix it with shit. Same shit they do in West Africa. It's the same shit. I'm like, nah, I'm not eating none of that shit. I'm cool. You eat it. Like when they tried to give me that fufu shit in Ghana with that meal, I said, what's this shit in?
Jollof.
Bush meat. Jollof is good because that's rice. That ain't nothing but rice and some tomato shit. I can eat that. But that goddamn, that fufu shit, that's just like ugali. No? That shit don't taste like nothing. It's weird. It got goopy meats with it. I'm like, nah, I'm not eating that shit. Try not to be rude. People get mad.
Jazz it up.
Huh?
Jiba Jaba is saying, if I made ugali, I would have to jazz it up.
Yeah, and they got it's not you. What? Show the ugali that they eat. It's like it ain't nothing to it. They be eating that shit almost every day. That's how you know.
What do you mean? It's not almost every day. It's every day.
You imagine that's like torture. Imagine you had to eat that shit every day. I might as well take a gun and put it in my mouth and shoot myself in the head.
Let me show you a picture. Ugali is.
That's how rough. See, that's the only part I would hate being born up in a third world country. I don't want to have no staple food.
No.
Hey, look at that shit. Look at that. That's all that shit is. Like I said, looks like absolutely nothing. What is that shit?
That thing looks delicious.
And he's talking about eating that shit every day, Jeff. Can you imagine eating that shit every day? God damn. That shit like torture, nigga. That's why the only part about Africa, because they just stole all the money, they got a staple food. That's the staple. Some poor ass shit like that. I don't want to eat no staple nothing. I want to be able to eat.
It's not allowed on this show.
I'm not eating that shit there. But
so what we
but don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, Jibba Jabba. Kenya, you can get everything. Kenya's Nairobi's a metropolitan city. They got everything. Last time I was there, they got everything there still. You ain't gotta eat that ugali shit. I don't eat that shit. They got everything.
So we eat ugali every day, but what changes is now the stew. So today you take ugali and veggies. Tomorrow ugali and beef stew. On Wednesday,
God damn it, still ugali, god damn it. Ugali in this, ugali in that, ugali in this. Oh goddamn. Mom, give me some having ugali every goddamn day.
Look at this, ugali and fish.
And that shit look nasty as shit.
No, compare this with your biscuits and
oh man. You can eat that. You can eat that shit in your fucked up stadiums, looking at your soccer all day. Eat that shit with your fucked up stadiums. You good to go.
And Jiba Jaba is asking, do you eat noodles? Yeah, we do. Actually, Joby loves them, but she eats them as she waits for the ugali to be ready.
I never seen Joe eat a bunch of noodles. She said she don't like it. So,
So this is good food, and that it is the same food that they love in Uganda. But in Uganda now they love matoke. They love bananas. They eat cooked bananas. Yeah, they love that.
I don't eat that shit. I don't eat no fucking cooked bananas every goddamn night either. Goddamn.
I also didn't like it, to be honest. I don't like bananas. It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the
I want to eat no bananas for dinner and shit. Cooked bananas. I don't eat that shit. Like, hey, go get my toke, nigga. Hey,
food. Good food.
I'm cool. You keep your matoke. I'm good. Okay? I don't want no fucking matoke. I don't want no. That's what. Hey Jim, the Morris got himself a new apartment, right? He was making that ugali shit every day in that motherfucker. Damn.
I'm eating ugali every day for as long as I can remember. Okay, they are not like every
I'm sure.
day.
I'm sure he's got a girlfriend. He's got his girlfriend, and they're cooking all that goofy shit every day. He got some new furniture. They sit in the living room eating that fucking ugali shit all day. Damn. And his girlfriend like, babe, can we finally have something different ugali? No, what are you talking about? It's ugali every day. Ugali with this, ugali with that, ugali. I'm like, shit. And I'm like, please, can we not have ugali today? Shit, please.
No,
I'm begging you. Shit.
No, kid, no, thank you. We must have ugali. As we come to the end of the show, this has been Black on Fire updates. We're talking about Nigeria. Then they robbed kids. They stole his biscuits. So he had to ignore Nigeria first and focus on.
They stole my goddamn biscuit. Goddamn it, no good bastards. The more it's only $1. How do they say about this goddamn ugali?
Jiva Jaba, that is a fact. I'll be doing that. I'll be making ugali, watching football, but not butt naked.
I told you you're gonna be making ugali in that place every goddamn day.
Yeah. So as I come to the end of the show,
him and his girlfriend and his girlfriend Jibba Jabba and looking crazy as hell. What we having today? Ugali. What we having tomorrow? Ugali. What we having with ugali? God damn, every day with this shit.
Kids, at least I don't get robbed of biscuits.
Oh my goddamn biscuit, no good biscuit.
Yeah, as we come to the end of the show, I'll be here tomorrow on the updates. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day, Jiba Jaba, and the rest of the family. It's always a pleasure. I always look forward to joining you guys in the evening. Enjoy your day.